Hello everybody and welcome back to another video on Madden 23, on Madden NFL 23. Well, bring you a new video, let's just say that. I did a video yesterday and I thought I'm going to try to make some more videos like this on Madden of doing random things with rosters and such, and that's what I'm doing again. As you can see by the title, don't know what it's going to say yet, but we're going to be looking at making every team's best player their worst player, and every team's worst player their best player. There are a few things I want to go over. I excluded long snappers and some other players to try to keep the players are not very. The positions are very different. Most of them are quarterbacks and linemen. There are a couple linebackers, a couple other defensive players, and I don't know, and a couple offensive players, but mostly quarterbacks and linemen. I tried to get rid of long snappers, and I tried to just sparse it up, got rid of some other offensive linemen, keep it not as boring. But without further ado, let's look at these teams and see what has changed. Start off with the Atlanta Falcons. Looking at them, they have a new quarterback in town. Logan Woodside was the worst player on this team. Also, what I did is I made every team's best player a punter, so they go down, and they'll be losing Jesse Bates III, but they now have a great quarterback. Hopefully the Falcons can do pretty well with this. The 49ers finally answered their quarterback controversy. It's not Brock Purdy, it's not Trey Lance, it's not Sam Darnold, it's Brandon Allen. He's a 99 overall. No more Trent Williams, he's moved the punter. But Brandon Allen will now lead this very stacked 49ers team. No more Trent Williams, but I think it's a fair trade-off for a very good quarterback. The New York Giants. Now, New York Giants get Corey Cunningham at left tackle, get rid of sexy Dexter Lawrence. Corey Cunningham is now the new left tackle for the New York Giants. That is a very good offensive line. Might move him to guard, might move Andrew Thomas to guard, we will see. But now Danny Dimes has a great offensive lineman, and Saquon can easily run up the middle. Saquon, I expect to put up a pretty good season with Corey Cunningham at left tackle. Jacksonville Jaguars, they got rid of Brandon Scherf, but replaced him with Darrell Williams at center. I'm not sure, I'm really confused if he's a long snapper or not, but I don't know. I don't care. I think it would be fun. And I don't care. Never mind. But Trevor Lawrence now has a great center to snap on the ball. Great center to protect them. Travis Etienne is going to have an easy time running the ball. I can see the Jags doing pretty well with this new offensive line. The New York Jets replaced Quinn Williams with Adam Pankey. Quinn Williams is no longer on the team. He's still on the team, but he's a punter now. But Adam Pankey is now going to be added to this offensive line to protect Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers should not get sacked with Adam Pankey on the team now. Lions got rid of Frank Ragnow, but replaced him with another offensive lineman in Jake McQuaid. I think he probably is a long snapper as well. I probably screwed up a lot of these players, but oh well. I'll maybe do this again some other time to try to fix it a bit. But Jake McQuaid is now a 99. Jared Goff and David Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs are going to have a good time being protected, and expect the Lions to do pretty well as well. Going from one great quarterback to the next, the Green Bay Packers are going from Aaron Rodgers to now Danny Etling. Their new starting quarterback got rid of Jair Alexander, but Danny Etling, the Packers have solved what they're doing after Aaron Rodgers. Danny Etling going to have a great season. The Carolina Panthers get rid of Brian Burns, but they overall upgrade their team with Chandler Wooten, new 99 overall middle linebacker. That defense is going to be pretty scary now. No more Brian Burns, but some other great players like Derek Brown and Shaq Thompson, all building around Chandler Wooten, that's his name. New England Patriots get rid of Matt Judon, but they now have another great quarterback to replace Tom Brady, and Trace McSorley, already was the best quarterback in the league, one of them, but now he's 99 overall, has 99 speed, 99 excel. I gave him pretty good passing stats as well. The Vegas Raiders lose Devontae Adams. I don't know where he is. He's a punter. He's someplace. I don't know. Wait, I'm in the wrong place. There he is. But Britton Brown is now the best player on this Raiders team. Him and Josh Jacobs are going to make a deadly duo. I'm going to use... I don't know what I'm doing. But Britton Brown... Or it's Brittain Brown. I don't know. But he and Josh Jacobs are going to be a very deadly running back duo to go up against. The Los Angeles Rams get rid of Aaron Donald, but they replace him with a great quarterback in Brett Rypien. He and Cooper Kupp are going to have a great connection, I can already tell. I don't know how well the Rams are going to do based on the rest of their team not being very good, but maybe Brett Rypien could be the answer for them and end their Super Bowl slump. The Baltimore Ravens get rid of Mark Andrews, but replace him with another great quarterback. They have a great quarterback duo of Anthony Brown and Lamar Jackson. I don't know how much of an upgrade that is, as you already had a good quarterback, but we'll see. Maybe Anthony Brown will be a better quarterback than Lamar Jackson. The New Orleans Saints get rid of Marshawn Lattimore, but now replace him with a great offensive tackle in Coda Martin. He and Ryan Ramczyk are going to be a great duo together on the offensive line, protecting Derek Carr and making room for Alvin Kamara wherever he is. He's down there. The Seattle Seahawks are next. They get Greg Island. Get rid of Tyler Lockett, put him at punter. But Greg Island is now going to be protecting Geno Smith, and Geno Smith can now throw to DK Metcalf. Kenneth Walker is going to have easy job running, and I think they still have a good receiving core. I think that's a good, fair trade-off if I were the Seahawks. The Pittsburgh Steelers get rid of TJ Watt. He's like a 68 overall punter, which I was very surprised about. I don't know why, but LaRaven Clark is now the new franchise left tackle for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Kenny Pickett will not get sacked, and Najee Harris is going to have a pretty good season too, I bet you. The Houston Texans get rid of Laramie Tunsil, but replace him with another offensive lineman in Jimmy Morrissey. But I don't think the Texans are even going to do really well with Jimmy Morrissey, even though they upgraded their offensive line, but it's not really that big of an upgrade in my opinion. I think Texans still will probably do pretty bad. The Tennessee Titans, DeAndre Hopkins came to Tennessee, decided he wants to play punter. They now have a new defensive lineman to pair with Jeff Simmons. That is a scary defensive line. Lyndon Johnson, now a 99 overall. He's going to be a great player for this Tennessee team. Hopefully a better player than he was a president. We'll see. The Minnesota Vikings replace Justin Jefferson. He goes to play as punter with Austin Slotman. They now have a great offensive line. Him, Brian O'Neill, Kirk Cousins, Christian Darrisaw. That is a pretty deadly team. Whoever their running back is going to have a pretty good career with Austin Slotman at center. The Chicago Bears get rid of Tremaine Edmonds, but I think they upgrade and get Nathan Peterman to a 99 overall. Nathan Peterman, obviously the best quarterback in the league. Him and Trace McSorley are in good contention. But Nathan Peterman is now going to see if he can be a franchise quarterback for the Chicago Bears team. The Cincinnati Bengals replace Joe Burrow. They just basically replaced Joe Burrow with a better Joe Burrow and Jake Browning. Jake Browning is now a 99 overall quarterback. And I think this is one of the teams that's gotten better. Of course, losing Joe Burrow is not good, but you basically upgraded at quarterback with Jake Browning. I think the Bengals could make the Super Bowl with this team. Jake Browning throwing to Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. The Buffalo Bills got rid of Stephon Diggs, but replaced him with Matt Barkley. The I don't think that was a great upgrade in my opinion, since they still have Josh Allen, and who is he going to throw to? Gabe Davis, Dawson Knox. That's really all he has to throw to. I would have preferred, if I was a Bills fan, I would have preferred to have Stephon Diggs over Matt Barkley. But it might turn out for the better. We'll see. The Denver Broncos got rid of Justin Simmons, but they've answered their problem at quarterback. They got Ben DiNucci at quarterback. Upgrade over Russell Wilson. I think this team pretty much upgraded. I think it's a fair trade-off. They still got PS2, good receiving core. I think Ben DiNucci is going to do pretty well for this Denver Broncos team, just as well as he did in the XFL. I think he was in the XFL. The Cleveland Browns get rid of Myles Garrett, but replace him with another defensive set on D'Anthony Bell. Going to be a great safety for this team. That defense, I don't know if it's how much of an upgrade it is, but it definitely is an upgrade. I will say they get rid of probably a star defensive lineman, but replace him with a star defensive back. Next up, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers got rid of Tristan Wirfs, but now they have David Wells at tight end. Baker Mayfield now has a great tight end to throw to. I think that's probably one of the best receiving cores in the league right now. David Wells of Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. Baker Mayfield has no excuse but to succeed. The Arizona Cardinals get rid of Budda Baker, but fix up that O-line. Kyler Murray now can be protected really well by Badara Traore. I think it's Badara Traore. I'm not sure, but I think it's a pretty good upgrade. Of course, losing Budda Baker is bad for the Cardinals, but I don't think they'll do well even with Badara Traore. Next up, we got the Los Angeles Chargers. They got rid of Derwin James, but replaced him with Foster Sarell at left tackle. I remember him playing right tackle in the NFL this past year, but Foster Sarell is now going to be a good offensive lineman to protect Justin Herbert. Didn't they have a left good? Yeah, they have Rashawn Slater, but they can move him to right tackle like he did in real life. And the Chargers, I think, have a deadly offense now with a new offensive lineman for Justin Herbert. The Kansas City Chiefs get rid of Travis Kelce and replace him with Shane Buechele. That is a very interesting quarterback for him. I wonder if they'll trade Patrick Mahomes in this, but Shane Buechele will now be the starter outplaying Patrick Mahomes, and we'll see if he can be better than Patrick Mahomes. I doubt it without Travis Kelce. Not the Los Angeles Colts. There's so many Los Angeles teams. The Indianapolis Colts lose Quentin Nelson, but they replace him with right tackle Dakota Shepley. Jonathan Taylor, I don't think this O-line is upgraded. Actually, maybe, but they still have a good right tackle in Braden Smith. But I think it's an upgrade at right tackle, though, and Jonathan Taylor should do pretty well as Anthony Richardson. The Washington Commanders get rid of Jonathan Allen and replace him with a brand new franchise left tackle in Trent Scott. Going to play over Charles Leno. Might move him to right tackle, might move Leno to right tackle, but we'll see. Going to be a good offensive lineman to protect Sam Howell and help Brian Robinson and Antonio Gibson run. The Dallas Cowboys lose Zach Martin, but replace him with a right tackle and Alex Taylor, going to protect Dak and help Tony Pollard run. We'll see how this Cowboys team does without Zach Martin, but it's not really an upgrade. I think it's just basically replacing him. They probably might move him to guard, might move one of might move Terrence Steele to guard. We will see. The Miami Dolphins get rid of Tyreek Hill, but replace him with a tight end in Tanner Connor. I just clicked on Tanner Connor, but you can see he's going to be a great tight end for this team. That's a great receiving core. Him and Jalen Waddle, I think it's a bit of an upgrade due to the fact that Tyreek Hill was a 98, and they get a tight end at 99 overall. We'll see how this Miami Dolphins team does with Tua has a great tight end that can both block and catch. Lastly, the Philadelphia Eagles to get Brett Toth as their new left tackle, replacing Lane Johnson. And I don't know how much of a upgrade. It kind of is an upgrade since Lane Johnson is a 95 overall at right tackle, but now Jalen Hurts has a franchise left tackle as well as a right tackle in Brett Toth. Might move Jordan Mailata to. They might move Jordan Mailata to right tackle, but that is all the players that have been upgraded. We're gonna sim to the playoffs and see how these players do, and let's do that. Not gonna be able to skip because I can't edit, but hope you guys are enjoying enjoy videos like this, and I do want to make more like it in the future. I'm hoping to upload these during the fall and winter. I'm gonna try to record a bunch of these at once and then upload them throughout the week. And then I would like for you guys to keep your eyes out for my Madden 24 franchise. We did the Commanders franchise in Madden 23. I am deciding on which team to do. I'm gonna look at all the teams. I don't want to do the worst team, but I don't want to do a team that's built really well, because I want to build it as we move throughout the year. I want to try to get up episodes of that 2 to 3 times a week. I'll record them on the weekends, and I'm hoping that I can do better than Commanders franchise, because the Commanders franchise, we really didn't get far into the series. I would have liked to continue it, but it was not working out very well. But now that I figured out how to record on the PS5 as opposed to live streaming it, I think it will be much easier to be able to get episodes out. And torching on the Super Bowl, I'll see you in a little bit. Let's go take a look at the standings. Sorry, I had to get a drink of water. But we're going to look at the standings. It looks like the Falcons have missed the playoffs, which is the team I was using. But AFC Bills go 11-6. Bengals behind them, Jags, Broncos with Danucci, Chargers, Dolphins. Colts go 10-7 but miss the playoffs. Same with the Steelers, the Ravens make it. A lot of teams doing pretty well. Nobody worse than 6-11. The Browns, I was expecting them to do better. Same with the Patriots, I was expecting them to do better, but I guess not. Chiefs, I wonder how the quarterback competition in Kansas City went. They might have both gotten playing time, but we'll see. In the NFC, the Commanders get the number 1 seed and win the NFC. Buccaneers, 49ers, Packers, Cowboys, Seahawks, Lions. Very weird, I guess. And the Vikings go 3-14. I guess losing Justin Jefferson was not good. Rams with Brett Ripien didn't do too well. So let's look at the stats quickly. Stats and awards, and I'm seeing some stuff. 1 second, let's look at passing. If I can get to the top of this list. Passing, Matt Barkley led the league with 5,400 yards, 40 touchdowns, 7 picks. Baker might win MVP, though, since I think he had a better season overall. Jacoby Brissett, Justin Herbert. Let's see what Jake Browning, 4,800 yards, 35 touchdowns, 12 picks. Brett Ripien, 36 touchdowns, 13 picks. Ben DiNucci, I guess. Rushing, Derrick Henry led the team. The league. Britton Brown, 1,500 yards, 20 touchdowns. I think he was the only running back to get upgraded. Receiving, Cooper Kupp, Keenan Allen. Robert Woods always does well in this. Wonder where the tight end for the Dolphins went. I will look for him later. Blocking, Dakota Shepley looked like he did not allow a single sack, which that's pretty good. And defensively, Miles Jack led the league. I will get to some of those other players. And Von Miller led the league in sacks. Interceptions goes to Patrick Surtain, the second on the Broncos. Let's look at every team and see how each team did. Starting with the Bears, Nathan Peterman, 4,400 yards, 32 touchdowns, 9 picks. They signed Dalvin Cook, but Nathan Peterman also 460 yards on the ground, 3 touchdowns. Not bad at all. The Bengals, Jacob Brown, we already looked at 4,800 yards, 35 touchdowns, 12 picks, 63 yards on the ground, 3 rushing touchdowns. Buffalo Bills, not Damian Harris, Matt Barkley, of course, led the league, 5,400 yards, 40 touchdowns, 7 picks. Didn't really run 168 yards, 86 yards, and 8 touchdowns. That is quite a few rushing touchdowns. I guess having Josh Allen as the original quarterback has made it so that they run with Matt Barkley a bit more than normal team would. Ben DiNucci, 4,600 yards, 32 touchdowns, 11 picks. Not bad season by him. 296 yards on the ground, 3 touchdowns as well. Cleveland Browns, Deshaun Watson had a pretty good season. They had DeAnthony Bell as the guy that we upgraded. Let's look and see how he did. Defensively, where is DeAnthony Bell? I don't see him. Where is he? Did he have picks, maybe? DeAnthony Bell, he had 2 picks, 85 tackles, 3 TFLs. Not a great season by him, but he is a strong... He was... Let's see him. Let's check pass deflections. 2 pass deflections. Not great. He did... I was expecting more for him. I guess. Did Grant Delpit play more than him? I don't know. It looks like he did. I don't know. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I know they had somebody Wells. David Wells, 1,100 yards, 77 receptions, 8 touchdowns. Not a bad season at all. Baker Mayfield definitely benefited from having David Wells on the team. This receiving core did really well. Combined total of 30-something touchdowns. I can't count. Russell Gage also doing pretty well as well. The Arizona Cardinals, Kyler Murray had a pretty good season rushing. Zeke did very well for them. I guess the blocker, who did we give them? We gave them Badara Traore. Only 3 sacks allowed on 17 games played at 1,100 snaps. The LA Chargers, they had Foster Sorrell with 5 sacks. Played all... Not bad season by Foster Sorrell. The Kansas City Chiefs. Let's see how the quarterback competition did. Sam Busheli played the whole season. 4,500 yards, 35 touchdowns, 15 INTs. Did not... 315 yards on the ground, 1 touchdown. Kadarius Toney, he didn't really have anybody to throw to be fair. The Indianapolis Colts, they had a new tackle, and that tackle was Dakota Shepley. Of course, no sacks allowed on 1,100 downs played. Not a bad season by him. Washington added who had the best record in the league, added Trent Scott. 6 sacks allowed. I'm guessing either he or Leno started at right tackle, but both of them played. They did move Leno, but he did not do too bad. The worst offensive lineman performance we've seen so far. Cowboys, they added, this is a new right tackle. Who was it? Alex Taylor, only 3 sacks allowed with 1,100 downs played. Not bad at all. Dolphins, they added the tight end. I want to see how he did. Tanner Connor, 81 receptions for 910 yards, 7 touchdowns. Not bad. This receiving core was actually really good. Jalen Waddle... Not bad. I guess Tanner Connor, he was the Tua's 4th option, but he did pretty well. I want to see if he was in... Did he block at all? I don't know if they're going to put him in there. They did not. Next up, we got the Philadelphia Eagles. They had Brett Toth. I want to see how well he did. Brett Toth did not play. Okay. That is interesting. I guess he was injured, so they didn't... But that's Cameron Tom. There's Brett Toth. Why did he not... I thought he said he was only injured for 6 weeks. I don't know. Atlanta Falcons. Who did they add? They added a quarterback. Logan Woodside did not start. What? That is very, very interesting. Logan Woodside. Taylor Heineke started over him. I was expecting Logan Woodside to do pretty well, but I guess Taylor Heineke outplayed him somehow. San Francisco 49ers, Brandon Allen did not do great. Only 3,700 yards, 34 touchdowns, 5 picks. I was expecting him to do better. He did rush a bit, but I was expecting him to do much better with this receiving core. Only Deebo Samuel had 1,000 yards and just barely. Not great by what's his face? Brandon Allen. Not San Diego Giants. New York Giants. Daniel Jones did pretty well. Who did he have? Did he have a tackle? Yes, I think he did. Who did they get? I'm trying to remember these. They had Corey Cunningham, 7 sacks, not great. It was okay on 1,100 downs. Jaguars, I know they added a new center, and that was Darrell Williams. They have two Darrell Williams on their team. I don't remember which one it is. I think it's this one. I did not know they had two Darrell Williams on their teams, but he only allowed 2 sacks. No matter which Darrell Williams did well. I can't speak. New York Jets, I think, added a left tackle. Who was the left tackle they added? They added, not Mekhi Becton. Who did they add? They added a right tackle. Adam Pankey, only 1 sack and 1,000 snaps played. He must have been injured a bit, but still a good season by him. I want to see how Aaron Rodgers did with him. Aaron Rodgers, 4,700 yards, 36 touchdowns, 9 picks. Running game did not do too well, but I guess Breece Hall is not injured. I guess he came back. I don't know. Detroit Lions, they added a new blocker, and that was... Who did they add? Not Rodney Hudson. They didn't. They did. But who did they add? Jake McQuinn. Only 2 sacks and 1,100 downs played. Not bad at all. Green Bay Packers, they added a new quarterback in Danny Etling, almost 4,500 yards, 40 touchdowns, 10 picks. Not bad at all. Did he run? He did not. Yeah, he got 210 yards on the ground, 3 touchdowns. Not Philadelphia Panthers. The Panthers. They added an all-offensive lineman, I think. Did they? Who did they add? It was not an offensive lineman. Was it a quarterback? No, Bryce Young did pretty well. They had Josh Jacobs on their team for whatever reason, I guess. They traded for him. Who did they get? Who did they have? Was it an offensive lineman or a defensive lineman? Yes, Chandler Wooten, 139 tackles, led the team, 3 sacks, 2 picks, not bad, 7 TFLs. Not a bad season for Chandler Wooten. I guess they have a new franchise middle linebacker. New England Patriots, of course, they had Trace McSorley. Let's see how he did. Trace McSorley, 4,300 yards, 36 touchdown picks. He did have good rushing abilities. Let's see how he did on the ground. Not even 300 yards, no touchdowns. Very surprising, I think. But, oh well, I guess crap happens. Raiders, Jimmy Garoppolo was not the starter, but we already saw Britton Brown led the third in the league in rushing yards, 1,500 yards, 6.5 yards a carry, 20 touchdowns. That was a very, very good rushing offense, I will say. The Rams, of course, added Brett Rypien, 4,800 yards, 36 touchdowns, 13 picks. Ran a bit, 231 yards, 1 touchdown. Ravens added a new quarterback, and Anthony Brown. He and Lamar kind of split, I guess. Not a great season. Only 13 touchdowns to 4 picks. Did he run a bit? He did run for 929 yards, 15 touchdowns. That was a very good running game. A lot of rushing touchdowns. And Anthony Brown did not disappoint. New Orleans Saints. They added an offensive lineman. A new right tackle. Who was the right tackle that they added? It was not Trevor Penning. He started. It was Coda Martin. 7 sacks allowed. Didn't do it. Wasn't the worst, but it's okay, I guess. Seattle Seahawks added an O-lineman. Greg Island, only 2 sacks, but didn't play every game. He might have gotten injured, I guess. Pittsburgh Steelers, they added a tackle, and that was LaRaven Clark, 10 sacks, the worst offensive lineman I've seen so far that started. Did it run? I don't know. Kenny Pickett did okay. Texans added a center, I remember. It's not Juice Scruggs, I know that. It was Jimmy Morrissey. 3 sacks allowed on 1,100 downs played. Not bad at all. Tennessee Titans, they added a defensive lineman. I want to see how well he did. Lyndon Johnson at 12.5 sacks, 18 TFLs, 63 tackles, not bad. He and Jeffrey Simmons had a great 1-2 punch on the D-line. Last but not least, the Minnesota Vikings. I'm trying to remember. They had a center, and that center was Austin Schlottman, 6 sacks on only 14 games, though. So that wasn't as great as you would expect it to be. But let's look at the awards now that that is done with. Yearly awards. Matt Barkley wins MVP. Baker right behind him. Anthony Richardson and a bunch of other guys as well on this team. But Matt Barkley, and I think Baker should have deserved to win it more. So I think he did have a better season, but oh well. AFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Matt Barkley. Britton Brown right behind him. Keenan Allen. That's it for them. And then Von Miller wins DPOY. Lyndon Johnson up there. NFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Cooper Kupp. Baker up there. Zeke on the Cardinals. Mike Evans got great help from Baker Mayfield. Brandon Allen and Nathan Peterman also up there. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Micah Parsons. Chandler Wooten was up there at number 6. He didn't have a bad season at all. Now that that is done, let's get into the playoffs. And we're going to look and see... Let's look at the playoff bracket quickly. Look and see who will make it to the Super Bowl. Who will win the Super Bowl, and we'll jump into that when we get there. Of course, don't forget to like and subscribe if you have made it this far. I hope you enjoyed this video so far. It's not been the greatest video I've ever made, but I'm trying. In the Super Bowl, it's the Bills with Matt Barkley and the Seahawks with the offensive lineman that I'm forgetting the name of. It's a 6 seed versus the 1 seed Bills. The Bills, I think, are going to win this, honestly. Matt Barkley is... Will he win MVP and Super Bowl? And will he win a Super Bowl as well? I don't know if he's won a Super Bowl in real life. He might have. I don't know. But Matt Barkley. And see if he can win a Super Bowl, or will the Seahawks with their offensive lineman, whose name I'm not remember, I think it was Island or something, will win. Let's play the full game and see how this goes. Super Bowl 57 between the Buffalo Bills and the Seattle Seahawks. Let's get into this. We're going to go into Super Sim, and we're going to jump forward to the third quarter. Bills get on the board first. Seahawks turn it over. Bills up on the board 10-0 over the Seahawks. Next quarter, Seahawks get on the board. Bills are going to go up 17-7. 24-7. Bills up 24-7 at the half. Seahawks going back and forth now. Bills are going to make it 27-21. Bills are now going to try to put the game away. We're going to put this at normal speed to get the plays going. Bills driving down the field, get to the end zone, get a touchdown. We're going to see if the Seattle Seahawks can make it can see if they win this game. And they are down at their own 15-yard line. They need 2 scores to tie it. Geno Smith going to try to get down the field. Geno Smith going to put it down, send it to number 82, who is that Sammy Watkins or Quez Watkins? I don't know. But Geno does not have much time. Geno is on 3rd and 8, is going to look to throw across the middle, gets it to his tight end again. 4th and 4. I think you have to go for it here, which is what they're going to do, but the 2-minute warning comes up. They have 2 minutes to win this game. Seahawks 5 wide. Geno Smith going to look to throw here. Need to convert here. Going to throw it deep. Gets it down. Gets it to number 11, Marquise Goodwin. I think that's who that is. I'm not sure who number 11 is, but they go no huddle in their own territory. Incomplete to number 83. I don't know who some of these players are. 1:30 left to go. Geno looks to throw. Geno going to get it across the middle to number 1, who I think is I'm forgetting his name. I don't know. But Geno going to look to throw. Across the middle. Touchdown. No, they call it incomplete. He must have dropped it. Who is the... I'm trying to remember who that is. But Gino needs to get in there. Gino looks to throw. Gino throwing across the middle, gets it to number 11. Oh, that's Jackson Smith and Jigba. And Jigba gets it down to the 1. Gino, no huddle. Gino looks to throw to the end zone. Touchdown. That will go to Jackson Smith and Jigba. The Seahawks, extra point to make it a one-score game. They need an onside recovery. The kick is up and good. 44 seconds remain. Gino needs to get... The Seahawks needs to get this onside kick. The onside kick is going. Kick is right to the Bills. The Bills will win their first Super Bowl. Matt Barkley going to win his first Super Bowl. Are they going to throw it or are they going to run it here? I guess the game is not over. They can still get the ball back. Hands it off to the running back. Seahawks will take a timeout. 2nd and 7. It's still the Seahawks can still win if they can get a legendary stop here on this drive. Barkley going to hand it off. He's tackled from behind. Timeout taken by the Seahawks. One more timeout. They need a stop here. First down for the Bills wins the game. Seahawks, if they stop, they have a chance. Barkley gonna look to throw. Barkley gonna be sacked. They're gonna take a timeout. The Seahawks can still win. Seattle has a chance. The comeback is alive for them. Matt Barkley took a costly sack. They're gonna punt it now. Seahawks need to stop the clock though. No timeouts remain. It's gonna be punted away. Not a great punt. And it's gonna be, he takes it. 21 seconds remain at the 25-yard line. Seahawks need a touchdown here to tie it up and send this to overtime. Gino gonna look to throw. Gino throwing to the sideline. It's complete. 2nd and 5. It's complete. Smith and Jigba. Gino still has a chance here. 18 seconds. Gino looks to throw. Gino stepping back. Gino has time. Gino looking. Gino throwing it deep. Got to the end zone, but it's incomplete. 8 seconds remain. Gino having a good game. He wants to top this off of a Super Bowl victory. Let's see if he can do it with this Hail Mary. Gino looks to throw. Good. Oh, he can be sacked here. Gino under pressure. Gino throws it. Gino complete. Gino needs to break a tackle. He doesn't. The Bills will win the Super Bowl. Matt Barkley wins the Super Bowl. Don't know if he wins MVP, but the Buffalo Bills have won their first Super Bowl on the arm of Matt Barkley. What a game. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please do subscribe for future content like this. And I'll see you guys in the next video that we do. We'll see. That is your Super Bowl. Matt Barkley, Gino Smith. See you guys later. Goodbye.